Some interesting news in regards to Buddy Hield and Myles Turner and the trade to the Lakers. It appears that the Lakers deal with the Indiana Pacers is not dead and still very likely might happen. We got a report from The Athletic from a Pacers source that says that Indiana needs and wants to move off of Myles Turner, and that several times Myles Turner was on his way to the Lakers and it should have already been done, and that the Lakers and Pacers are very likely to get a deal done at some point, which is very interesting because, at this point, you're like, they went to media day, right? Why would they do that? And yes, they could wait until the trade deadline or, maybe you'd get it done before, but this team is ready to go. The Pacers are ready to go. But it appears that Indiana still really wants to get a deal done, that they want to unload Myles Turner because they want to get something back for him, and they don't really have any other options. They want to move off of Buddy Hield. There have been talks with Buddy Hield and without Buddy Hield, and based on the reports that Myles Turner was supposed to go to the Lakers and was supposed to be a Laker by now, or that Myles Turner was supposed to be anywhere else but Indiana. So let's dive into what was said. So right off the back, the Indiana Pacers training camp begins today, and last checked, Myles Turner is still a member of the team. That's news. It's news if he's here, and it's news if he's not here. Although, the news now is he's basically in trade block purgatory. There were countless times in recent months that he's been headed to the Los Angeles, the Lakers, maybe alongside Buddy Hield, maybe not. There are countless permutations of the deal, but in the end, Turner was supposed to be anywhere but Indiana by now. Also added, for the time being anyways, as we mentioned a time or two, he's a free agent at year's end. A failure to deal him before the trade deadline would be management malpractice. That is very harsh, which is why it will happen in due time, like maybe in the next 10 minutes. The Pacers aren't going to lose him for nothing. At last, check the issue now is whether Lakers will part with the second future first-round pick, 2029, along with the 2027 first-round pick. It would seem to make sense that you'd want to maximize the window you have with LeBron James and Anthony Davis as opposed to waiting until 2029, but I'm not Rob Pelinka. Refresh Twitter, check Shams, still nothing. So this is huge. So basically, this is from an Indiana Pacers source. This isn't the Lakers trying to make leverage or anything like that. This is somebody from the Pacers saying that a deal needs to get done. It could happen at any moment, and it's going to happen in due time. Now, I personally I thought if a deal hadn't been done by now, it wasn't going to happen, but who knows? Look, these teams still haven't, they're going through training camp and stuff like that, but I imagine negotiations are still in talks. I imagine that the Pacers, it makes sense that they would want to move off of Myles Turner and they'd want to move off of Buddy Hield. One, they want to get something for Myles Turner because he's leaving after this season, so better to get something than nothing. Buddy Hield, they get to move off his contract, and three, the whole plan is to tank and try to get the number one pick this year. Getting Russell Westbrook would be a huge, huge deal for the Indiana Pacers. That's why it makes sense. But that's why Rob Pelinka is probably holding out on both picks, because he's looking at it as, this is a mutual trade. You're getting Russell Westbrook for a very specific reason, and because it really helps you as a team. We are getting Buddy Hield and Myles Turner because it really helps us as a team. It's a mutual swap here, and we're giving you a first-round pick in exchange. Better, would you rather get nothing or would you rather get something? And Indiana's trying to play hardball here and hopes that maybe something else comes up, but nothing's came up, And that's the whole thing is both of these teams kind of need each other, right? The Pacers need to get assets and they need to move off of these guys. And the Lakers need these guys and have assets to give up, but they're not going to give up all the assets. So right now, it's been what we've been talking about for some time, a blinking match. Who's going to blink first? Which team is finally going to cave and decide to compromise? And so if a deal gets done, I am all for it. I don't think it solves our win issue, but I definitely think it makes us better. I think this does make a lot of sense. I just don't think it's worth both first-round picks. You have a lot of concerns and a lot of risks with Myles Turner, right? Myles Turner, injury-prone, 12-7 guy. He's coming off of a season-ending injury. I know some people say, oh, that he could have came back sooner, but they decided to sit him because the season was over and this, that. Well, the reality is he was still injured and he still missed the season. So whatever the reason is, whatever the excuse is, still happened. He's injury prone. It doesn't make sense to give up all that stuff. Plus, he's a flight risk. You give up all your assets and he just leaves next season. What do? You're screwed. So that problem right there. Buddy Hield, yes, he solves the shooting problem, but he doesn't solve the defensive problem. He doesn't solve the wing problem. He's not on a very good contract. It's just there's risk, there's concerns. Indiana, they're not taking on Russ to keep Russ. They're going to buy him out. They're going to get rid of him. But I also thought it was interesting that the source mentioned that Myles Turner could have went to the Lakers by himself, which would have given the Lakers a trade exception. That's pretty interesting, I think, in and of itself as well. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the Pacers are under the floor right now. So they need to figure something out. So that could be something involved as well. That could be an incentive. Maybe they maybe instead of another pick, they take on like a Winning Gabriel or something to kind of get them over the floor. I don't know. There's clearly still something here. This was put out for a reason. Again, this was a Pacers source, and this wasn't favorable for the Pacers. This was basically the Pacers are desperate, and they need to get a deal done. That's what that was. So if the Pacers are desperate, and everyone looks at if both of these teams are desperate, well, then you haven't even swapped there. But I do think the Lakers have to give something up. So here's a first-round pick, maybe throw in a couple seconds, get the deal done. If you're Indiana, again, it's better to take something than nothing. Myles Turner is going to leave you. Buddy Hield makes no sense for this team. You get to move off of his money. You get to take on Rush. You get to get by your floor that you need to get over. All that stuff. It's a mutually beneficial trade to begin with, but it's not. Lakers are assuming all the risk. There is no risk for the Indiana Pacers here. They just get an asset for free, essentially. The Lakers are assuming all the risk. The Lakers, if they get these two guys and this team doesn't work, that's it. This is the team you got for the next 3 to 4 years, because they're going to have to extend and re-sign Myles Turner. So you're stuck with Myles Turner. You're stuck with Buddy Hield for the next 2 years. LeBron James and Anthony, if those four can't win a championship together or aren't a contender together, then that's it. There's no way out of this. You're not going to be able to just move these guys so easily. Yeah, a team might take Myles Turner, but they're going to want to give you bad contracts. No team is just going to take Myles Turner out of the kindness of your heart if the Lakers are desperate. No team is going to take Buddy Hield out of the kindness of their heart if the Lakers are desperate. I'm not against the deal at all. I think that I've said from day one, this is the best deal there is next to the Kyrie deal, which never materialized. So this is the best deal there currently is. This was better than the Jazz deal, even with Bogdanovich. But there is a lot of risks in this deal, and it's not worth giving up both first. The Pacers are desperate. The Pacers need to make a move, need to make a deal. They've already, this last month, based on the report, have basically sent Myles Turner to the Lakers on several occasions. That's what the report reads. So if that's the case, get a deal done. Get this done. Get this over with. Let's make it happen. Let's stop procrastinating. Let's stop waiting. The Pacers, the Lakers aren't going to give you both first. So what? So what's the point? Get something. Because you're never going to get more for these guys than you would right now. Because come the trade deadline, you think the Lakers are going to give up a first round pick for a rental? For a 3-month rental? No team is going to give you the assets that you would get right now for a 2. Lakers are in a position right now where they need to improve this roster. You're never going to get more from the Lakers than you would right now. You're not going to get both first regardless. So what's the point? You're hoping another team comes in and wants to take these guys? Yeah, maybe Myles Turner, but then you're still stuck with Buddy Hield. It's like the Lakers solve all your problems if you're Indiana, and you get an asset. And the Lakers get their guys. But they're assuming the risk, but it's worth it if you're giving up one pick. It's not like the Lakers saying we're not giving you anything. We're just going to do an even swap. The Lakers just don't want to give up both first. So I just think Indiana's got a cave. And based on this report, it sounds like they might. So it'll be interesting. We still got another week before the season begins. Preseason starts on the 4th for the Lakers. So maybe maybe a deal gets done. Don't get your hopes up. I don't want you guys to get too high, too excited. But I just thought this was interesting. This was really interesting. I thought that this was over. It was done. We can move on. But I don't know. It looks like the potential's still there. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think of this? Do you think that it happens? Do you think it doesn't happen? Are you excited? Are you not? However you feel. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions down. Quick little shameless plug, everyone. If you enjoy my videos and commentary here on this channel, As It Stands Lakers, then check out the link down in the description below and go subscribe to As It Stands. Believe it or not, As It Stands was the first channel. If it wasn't for that channel, this channel would never have existed. Because of the success of that channel, it led me to want to create this Lakers channel. So do me a huge solid. If you're not subscribed over there, go check that out. Go subscribe over there. I talk all things sports, all teams, things like that, not just the Lakers. So if you just enjoy my commentary and want to hear me talk about other things, or you just, are a fan of other sports and other teams, go check that out. I promise you will not be disappointed. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.